China is using dual-use and unmarked vessels to apply pressure near Taiwan. And the challenge posed by such vessels is that it's difficult to study them from a quantitative perspective because they're carrying out gray zone activities. You can think about gray zone activities as subversive or coercive activities taken by either an agent of the state or the state itself that will violate international norms or exploit the absence of them. So it's important in studying these activities because they're not going away. Rather, it's expected for them to continue to increase. And you see that every day, from interesting packages being found on airplanes that may or may not catch on fire, or even ships accidentally cutting sea optic cables. It's important to start documenting these activities because it's only then that you can eventually punish what you can see. Because ultimately what needs to happen is being able to impose costs. And that can only happen if you understand the full network of activities that are ongoing. In our current research, we're looking at Chinese fishing vessels that are operating near Taiwan. And the way that we're studying these movements is by looking at 3 points of data. The fishing vessel itself, so the tracks and where it's operating, where it's spending time in, overlaid with a layer to understand where fishing is supposed to happen. The third is known military operation zones by the People's Liberation Navy. When you triangulate the three, it helps you identify which ships are acting suspicious. When they're not spending time fishing or in known areas of fishing activity and more time in military operation zones, then that's a flag. Suspicious activity doesn't just mean where they spent most of the time, it's also what they did in those spaces. Are they turning off their AIS transponders? Are they changing their name when they reappear? Or are they going offline once they enter a known zone of military operations? And after defining these activities, we instruct our algorithm to go ahead and label vessels that fit within those parameters as suspicious. The results show that you can actually cut through a lot of the big data problems that many analysts face when they're using these kinds of tools to track this kind of activity. In our study, we took about nearly 12,000 vessels down to a list of under 400. That's going to save a lot of time trying to identify said activities. There are a number of ways that the United States can respond to gray zone activities, but in this domain, I would suggest starting by creating a hub for intelligence analysis. In this hub, you can go ahead and start collecting information, disseminating the information, and then connecting with other relevant agencies to start creating a blacklist to not just name and shame repeat offenders, but also punish them. I think it's the first step to try to deter this type of activity. And that's not where the research ends. Rather, gray zone activity is going to continue to increase. So it's important for us to continue this line of research and also close any sort of intelligence gaps that we see.